Let's get started with ChatGPT, which is one of the main tools we'll be using in this class to help you start making money using AI. So go to openai.com and under product, you'll see the ChatGPT button. Once you get to this page, which you can also get to if you just go to chat.openai.com, you're going to want to click sign up and then sign up with an account. It's free to get started. There are different versions of ChatGPT. The free version is the 3.5 version. Currently, as of this moment, they've released the GPT-4 version, but this is only available to Plus members, which is $20 a month at this time. But that might be available to you when you sign up. It might be available to everyone for free in the next year, in the next months. We don't really know at this point. The differences in quality it varies. It depends on the prompt that you're giving, which is the question you're asking ChatGPT. But I have found that the GPT-4 is a lot higher quality for things that I do for my businesses. So it might be worth it to spend the $20 to become a Plus member. However, you can get started completely for free with the 3.5 version. Once you sign in, you'll get to a page that looks something like this. If you're on the free account, you won't see this model button. It'll just be the 3.5 version. But if you're a Plus member, you have the option to going down to GPT-4. Currently, there's a cap on how many messages you can send. This has changed over the past weeks from every hour to every 3 hour. They are sort of limiting it at this point, but you can still get a lot done in this time for our course with 25 messages every 3 hours. On the left-hand side, you won't see all of this. These are previous chats that I have, which is great to have a history so I can go back and find any information that I've done previously. It'll be blank for you, but as you start doing prompts, it'll start to fill up here. It'll all be on one chat screen unless you click create new chat, and then it will add it to a separate thing. So if you're doing different business ideas, different categories of things, I would just separate them into different chats. So how does ChatGPT work? It's basically like a messaging bot. You have this send message button here, and all you have to do is ask a question or tell it to do really anything you want. From doing basic research, what is the most popular ice cream flavor in New York? Currently, ChatGPT is only using information up to September 2021, but it is being connected, quote unquote, connected to the internet, meaning that all current information, which will likely be online reviews from Yelp, Google, etc., will be connected. So a lot of that will be plugged in, but here we have some information about popular ice cream flavors in New York. But more seriously, maybe we're writing a book about a topic that we're interested in, and we're going to dive into all of these things. You're going to see lots of examples throughout this course, but a basic prompt might be write an outline for a book on the basics of graphic design. And now ChatGPT will come up with an outline for this book, and it's pretty darn amazing. Now you'll hear the term prompt engineering thrown out there. What does that mean? When we're talking about engineering prompts, it means that we are adjusting how we write out a prompt to get a better answer. So as this is going down, we can see that my prompt was pretty basic. Write an outline for a book on the basics of graphic design. So our prompt is rather basic. Write an outline for a book on the basics of graphic design. So here we have this outline, which is pretty in-depth. We can then go further and we can turn this into a book. Tell ChatGPT to outline every chapter or to just go ahead and write every chapter of the book. But when we're thinking about prompt engineering, we're trying to improve or cater what the response is to our audience, to what we want it to do. So we might ask this a different way. We might tell ChatGPT, you are teaching elementary school students about graphic design. And then let's take that prompt, write an outline for a book on the basics of graphic design. We might say, write an outline for a short book. make it down to earth with simple examples for kids. And everything we supply will dictate what the response will actually be. Graphic design for kids, a fun and simple introduction. And we can see the introduction, we got a brief history, principles of design, and if we compare that to the original outline, it's a little bit simplified. The titles, the way it writes, is different. And you'll see that even more if you are asking it to write out content. We can go further when we are asking ChatGPT to write out content, whether that's a book, whether that's a social media post. If you're doing any of the things later on in this course, keep in mind that you can ask it to be more serious, to be funny, to add things like lists or adjust the formatting. You could also ask ChatGPT to make it shorter, condense it. You could make it longer. From here, after you've done a prompt, you can do that as well. You don't have to just do that at the beginning. I could ask ChatGPT to rewrite this outline, but make it shorter, make it only 5 sections. Let's do that. And here it has done that for us. It's condensed this entire book outline into 5 sections. And then from here, we can say, write the first chapter of this book. And ChatGPT is going to do it for us. It's pretty insane. A lot of it is trial and error, and throughout this class, we're going to give you a lot of examples and ideas for how to get started with all of these ideas for generating income with AI tools. And then later on in the course, in the full case study where I'm actually showing you how I make a book, which you see right here, that's already up on Amazon Kindle. It's available for ebook, for hardback cover, and I'm making money from it within the first week of publishing it, actually within the first 24 hours. I'm going to show you more in depth exactly what I do, what I'm prompting. Even if you're not starting from scratch, you can take content you already have. You could plug it into ChatGPT, such as a video script. You can convert it to a book. You could do amazing things that you're going to learn throughout this class. So that's how to get started. Right now, I would just play around with ChatGPT and then get a little bit more familiar with it, play around, test things out, and then move on to the next section where Diego is going to get started with our first money-making ideas using AI.